Alright everybody, welcome back to part 33 of Draqon Station of the Cursed King. In between episodes, as you can see, I worked on the goddess ring here, so yeah. We're gonna have a look at it here in a second. Now before we do, we're gonna start up yet another alchemy recipe here that we're gonna need to work on. And it's gonna be a two-step craft here. First we're gonna need to mix the Hades Helm here with the Urn of Saint's Ashes, and then that will create us a mithril helmet. And then the mithril helmet together with a cow pat and a bottle of fresh milk together in the alchemy pot will make us the Raging Bull helmet, which will be a very nice piece of gear there for Yangus. So, let's see here. The Goddess Ring, Wisdom of 20, and it says a wonderful ring that gradually restores magic points as the wearer walks around. And on top of all that, this ring has some hidden status here. It boosts your resistances to paralysis type status conditions, to confusion type statuses, and also it gives you resistances to sleep type status changes there. So overall, a very nice ring. And as I said before, we're gonna give this to Angelo here. At least I believe I said so. So yeah, let's go ahead and equip it on him. And yeah, now the sorcerer's ring here is pretty much, well, useless. Not really, but yeah, 10 wisdom, 30 MP. It's a decent ring, but I won't be needing its services anymore. So yeah, now Angelo is resilient to status changes, and Jessica too. You're soon gonna get an item for Tur, or Tyr, there as well. I mean, I guess he does have the Awakening Ring, but yeah, that is only for sleep type abilities. And I saw something there, by the way. Before we move on to new adventures here, we're gonna make sure all our equipment is put on accordingly here, so we're not going in half-baked here. Yeah, the new, well, the new area that we'll go to is definitely the most challenging area so far. But yeah, in the last episode there at the end, I showed you this here on the map. Now that we have gotten the Illuminated Sea Shard, we can see there is a hidden path out here that we have missed all along. So, without further ado, let's move on here. And yeah, I'm gonna have me some coffee whilst this plays out here. Yeah, there isn't any talking here, so I think I just can keep talking all over this, but yeah, this is a pretty neat little cinematic here. Like, even if you came here before, though, obviously this wouldn't have happened if you sailed into the X here. Into the X rock formation. But yeah, this looks so cool. Seriously, I think so anyways. You know, for PlayStation 2 effects, especially. Now comes the hardest challenge that we have had yet to endure throughout the entire game. We gotta trace the light line. Let's see here. Can I do it? Full speed? Let's go for it. That was close. Jesus. Yeah, I may not slow down. I fail the challenge if I do. Oh, crap! Oh, Jesus, did it look like I bounced on the rim there, or on the edge of the, the quote-unquote light wall? Yeah, no, but if you accidentally stray too far outside of the lines there, you will just have to redo it. You will have to sail back inside of the little X formation and retry. It's a little bit silly, but hey, that's how they programmed it, I guess. And yeah, I actually did try it, so I know that's how it works for a fact. But yeah, now we're at a new island here that we haven't been able to, well, board until now. And it's called Empyrea. And, well, you know me, in true Nickstrat fashion here, before we do anything, before we visit any towns, we're gonna go on a, well, spelunky expedition here. We're gonna find all the treasure chests, and there's also gonna be a unique monster here that we need to find. I love how this place looks, by the way. Very nice island. But yeah, there's a monster that we are gonna need to find here. There are actually 2 or 3 that are interesting. Remember that unique monster Spike we had a long time ago, that ogre that could cast multi-heal? on this island, there is this monster, Orid, I believe it's called. And if you pair Orid and Spike up, they're basically like the blue and red ogre that we beat there back in episode 28. Like, if you get both Orid and Spike on the same monster team, they will then get the same special attacks that the red and blue ogre had there. Like, they can combine their attacks and just unleash a flurry of strikes and deal some pretty good damage instead of the monster arena. But, you know, we have already defeated the monster arena, so yeah, if I do decide to show that off, it would, well, only be for showing off, essentially, huh? It wouldn't really gain me anything. So, I mean, maybe I will look out for him. Yeah, you know what, I probably will. I'm gonna go ahead and catch him. That's really all I'm doing here now, anyways, for the rest of this playthrough as far as monster arena goes. Or as monsters go, unique monsters go. Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna be showing off some funny combinations. So yeah, what the heck, we can go ahead and catch Orid too. I wasn't planning on doing that. I don't even exactly know where he is. Like, the practicing I did of this area only includes one unique monster here, but you know, I can just quickly look it up here during a cut or something. But yeah, the other unique monster we're gonna need to get is Tuiri, the final little slime guy there. We have, well, actually, I don't remember their names. Let me do this. Go to the monster team, and on to the Terminators. Yeah, we have Slimy Smiley here, and we have Slime Shady, yeah. So once we get the third one, they will combine, or they will get a special attack there. So yeah, I'm gonna also show that off, and Tweety there, the final unique slime, can spawn in 2 different locations, but I'll show off where both are, so don't worry. And you know, how am I overthinking this? Just toss the damn boomerang, yeah. And it's actually at this point in the game that you will finally start feeling that Jaeger's thin air ability is kind of lackluster. I mean, just look at that. Even a regular boomerang toss is starting to outperform it on smaller packs of enemies. Yeah. It's not all that impressive anymore. And wow, would you look at that? Bonk. Very nice. And by the way, if you don't... well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was gonna start talking about a future boss here, but you know what? Just drop it, Nick. You can talk about that later. Oh yeah, here we have a cow. Will you give us some milk, dearie? Thank you very much. Milk for my morning coffee. Yeah, speaking of coffee, I'm probably gonna mute myself from time to time. It's very early morning here, and when I have myself some coffee whilst I play the game here. And, you know, this place, it doesn't look very big on the map here, but if you look at where we are now, and we're gonna start walking east. And once we open up the map again, and maybe this isn't a very good showing of it, but see, we barely moved anywhere. So it's like, it might just be my imagination, but it feels like this island looks very small on the map, yet when you move around, you barely move anywhere. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I'm even making sense. It basically feels like you're walking for a long-ass time, then when you look at the map, you've barely moved any. Might as well. Might just be me, though. But yeah, here we have Empyrea. You saw it there just before we got into the battle here. I'm just gonna move inside just to get the zoom point, and then we're gonna back out again. You know, just so that we can, well, easily get back here after we've gotten all the treasures and unique monsters. But yeah, as I was gonna say there too, just because it is so damn slow to move across this map... Oh, no, just a strong medicine. I'm probably gonna do some cutting around here whilst I find treasure chests out here. Obviously I will point on the map where I'm going and explain all of that, you know, so that it's clear to what we're doing here. But yeah, we have Empyrea there now, and first of all, on the very far east there, as you can see there in that little nook there on the map, that's where we have our first treasure chest, and it's an elfin elixir. And just north of Empyrea, like on the north side here, like, yeah, right here in this little passage here. This is one of the first, or well, this is one of the spawning places for Tweety there. He can spawn somewhere here in this location here, but he's not here right now, so yeah. That pretty much narrows it down then to the second place. Just whatever, just cut this out, Nick. Oh yeah, and they didn't really say so, but these Tyrannosauruses here, I believe those are the same guys that we fought inside of the Dragon Graveyard. Yeah, so at this point in the game, they're not even optional enemies anymore. They're just regular dudes here, like some of the weaker dudes, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, see, we barely moved any. I think I'm just gonna meet you over there in that little crevice. I'm gonna point at it there on the map, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're here now. Jesus, that took a long while to just get here. Holy crap, do you move slow in this place, and you cannot call on bomb ram. So you're gonna be a slowpoke at all times here. And here we have zombie gladiators. We fought these in the Pirate's Call, so I'm just gonna cut these guys out too. There we go. Defeated their asses. Please give me the Elfin Elixir. Very nice. Now then, we're just gonna head on south here, and let's open up the map. You see that little cliff there, or little rock, whatever you want to call it? There's like a little cliffside there to the southwest of us. That's where the next item is. But you know, I'm not gonna cut this one out. Let's just see here if you guys will agree with me about how slow you move here. And actually, we gotta check up on the item here now. Yeah, we got the Mithril Helmet for mixing the Hades Helm and the Saint's Ashes there. And now, let's see, there we are. Where my cow pad at? I only had 3, huh? Typically I have more, but yeah, I don't know. Might have gotten unlucky with the fly enemies there. They typically have a very high rates of dropping cow pads. You know, it makes sense. I believe typically fly-type enemies have, or, you know, literal flies, you know, not flying-type enemies, literally fly enemies have like a 12.5% chance of dropping, well, turds, essentially. And yeah, up here we have Doldrum. We might actually go ahead and catch this guy too. There are more puppeteers out there in the world which you can combine Doldrums here with, and they will, well, form a team. I never had a puppeteer team, I don't think. Certainly never in the arena. If I've had them, I've only done so to try them out and I forget about it, but pretty sure I haven't. But yeah, as you can see, Doldrum kind of sucks. If you're actually using Doldrum in your monster team, well, I mean, just look at him, yeah. You must be in a very bad spot then. You must not have been able to find very many good ones. And, you know, I'm just gonna kick Yulebag out here. Yeah, Yulebag has done his duty here. So yeah, we're just gonna go southwest, and up there on this formation is where the chest is at. And I forget what it is. Yeah, I really do. I know that the next chest is gonna be a Mighty Armlet. Dude, oh my god. There you go. Oh, a mini medal. Okay, well, not bad. Not bad, sir. And yeah, now we gotta walk down the way we came from, and holy cow. Alright, so, let's see here. So. Next up, we're gonna go get Orid. And yeah, I looked up, and he's just down here. Yeah. Right over here, and here it comes for us. So, you know, once we get off this island, I'm gonna have to go back and pick up Spike again. It would be kind of neat to show them off, I suppose. And, you know, I'm just gonna call the Whiplash Whippers on his ass. Yeah, although this monster team isn't particularly strong. I don't have Skeledoid anymore, and we don't have, well, anyone of the old guard there, except for, well, Brontes here in the middle, yeah. But, once again, no matter, we have already finished the S-rank in the monster arena, and I'm not gonna be using monsters during boss fights anyways. And this guy is actually very similar to Red Ogre. He also tenses up here, apparently. That could be very nice for their combination attack with him and Spike there. Yeah, dude, he can actually deal some damage. And the fact that it takes 2 turns isn't bad either. This guy might not be a very, well, bad unit to use inside of the monster arena if you're actually planning to make progress there. And you're at this point in the game, yeah, because apparently it's quite tanky. And yeah, it can take 2 actions, and that's really all that matters, you know? Being able to take 2 actions is always nice. And a silver monster coin, not bad. And yeah, dude, he has solid stats. He's pretty quick, large amount of health. Yeah, not bad. Hits hard too. And yeah, we're also gonna show off, you know, Roborg and Cybot, so we can't kick them out. We can't kick Doldrums out. Octurion is the one to go then, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry, Octurion, but you're next to go. And yeah, let's open up the map. Yeah, we can't quite see it. I'm gonna have to walk a little bit more to the west, and then I'll show you where I'm gonna meet you up next here. Let's see. Now I can see it. Far to the west there, we had that little rock sticking up there on the map. I'm gonna point at it. That is where the next chest is, so I'll meet you there. Alright, so now I am here by the chest, by this little pebble here on the map, so instead of here, we'll get the Mighty Armlet, or yet another Mighty Armlet, I should say. Now, our next destination is gonna be right to the southwest here. This is where the Turi slime is. Let's open up the map. Down here by this little lake, whatever you wanna call it, is where he spawns, and then on the other side there of the river, we're gonna have a chest containing a panacea, the second to final chest that we need to find out here. Dude, I cannot speak all of a sudden. I'm speaking like Gollum there. We needs to find it, master. Or something. Oh, yes, you know what? You know, freaking well, these guys are so tanky. Oh, I forgot how annoying Empyrea was. Like, the enemies here have so much health and such high defense. Like, every battle takes forever to finish. Well, you know, as I say, that battle was incredibly easy, but yeah. Sometimes here... Oh, nice. Sometimes here in this region, especially during nighttime, you get to fight like 8 enemies, and it's quite frequent, I dare say. And you know, maybe I shouldn't cut out all of these night fights, because there are other enemies here. All of these we have fought, so screw these guys. Oh yeah, and let's also show off how much mana... Oh, what the heck? Yeah, the rare drop there from the Elysian bird. But yeah, let's show off how much mana Angelo regenerates here with the Goddess Ring. I actually went and looked it up online, and apparently it regens mana half as fast as a Happy Hat, roughly. But he's at 133, and now, monster in here, he might be at 134, maybe. Nope, he didn't even gain 1 mana, so... Yeah, it is definitely slower than the Happy Hat, but even so... Dude, why are you using Kaswoosh on this guy? Oh... What was I even saying now? Oh wow, a gold monster coin, huh, nice. But, yeah, even though it barely regens any mana, it still is nice, I suppose. And yeah, we're gonna toss out Bundle of Joy here. He's been with us for a long time, but it's time for him to go. It really takes me back, you know. All the things we've done in this game, and we're pretty much done here now. Yeah, we don't have very much game left. Maybe 10 hours. Maybe that's generous, or... I don't know. We don't have much left anyways, is the point here. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit melancholic here. I can already feel. Thinking back on all the adventures we've had. But, yeah, let's see here. This here is the Slime Squad here, as it's called. If you look down their death moves and other abilities, they have the Super Size Slimy, which is a very powerful ability. However, as you can see, these guys have very low hit points. And... so if they don't form up into that super slime, like if one of them dies, well, obviously then they can't do it anymore. So they aren't really the best monster combination there, I dare say. I mean, they are very powerful, obviously, when they form up, but I'd rather just have, well, a regular, quote-unquote, strong squad. And yeah, that's really all I have to say on that. And we're not gonna cut this out because we have a new enemy, the, well, Bone Baron. I don't know exactly what it's called, but the bone barons in here, once again, not know what they are called, but they are pretty tough, like they're tough to kill, and they have the multi-thrust ability, which can be somewhat annoying, I guess. Their animation is actually quite cool, I personally think, when they do the multi-thrust. Maybe we'll get to show that off. It shouldn't be that unlikely for them to pull it off. Yeah, dude, can we stop saying off all the time? Jesus, dude. Sometimes I just piss myself off. Wink, wink. Okay. And here we have Smackers. Have we shown these guys off? Yeah, the Smackers back again here from the Dragon Graveyard. They still suck. All they do is cast Snooze, and they might lick you, make you, well, confused or whatever. I don't even know what type of status condition that is. It's not confused, it's something else, but they can crowd control you. That's all they do. They deal 0 damage. Okay, well, here now. Second to final chest, and then we're just gonna head on straight north. Let's see here, and this here is pretty much useless. The final chest is actually gonna be a pretty nice well, item in case you don't have the Dragon Robe here on Jessica. And, you know, once again, we're gonna look at Angelo. 125 mana, let's see here. Please read in some. But yeah, we're gonna fight... Dude, I wanna make him read in mana. Oh, wait, he did gain 2. Okay, so, yeah, now we have, some kind of sense there on how much he regains. But, yeah, obviously he spends more than he gains here with the Kazooie spell. I bet if you give him the Happy Hat too, then, with both items combined, you will regen very quickly. But yeah, we'll get a magical mace up here, and if you mix the magical mace together with the bandit's grass skirt and the magical hat, remember you get the bandit's grass skirt from Fairbury, you can get the magical hat from Argonia, and if you mix these 3 items together in the pot, you will get a magical skirt, which I believe reduces spell damage that Jessica takes by 2/3, which is very nice, although it only has like 60 defense, I wanna say. The magical skirt, you know, quote unquote only. That is still a lot. But the Dragon Robe is, you know, post-game type good, so yeah. But if you don't have the Dragon's Robe at this point, the magical skirt pretty much is, well, as good as you're gonna get it at this point in the game, unless you upgrade the magical skirt. I think you can upgrade that one into the Princess Robe, ultimately. But yeah, I never made that craft myself, I don't think. I might have made it. I'm actually a little bit unsure. But the Princess Robe there is essentially, well, just as strong as the Dragon Robe. It just has slightly less magic resilience, and it gives you slightly less physical defense. Actually, let me look this up real quick. Yeah, it's pretty much as I thought here. If you want the Princess Robe, which has 94 defense and it reduces spell damage by 30 points, if you want that, you're first gonna have to create the Angel's Robe out of the magical skirt, and you're also gonna need to make another shimmering dress. Remember, we made a shimmering dress back a couple of episodes ago, but we mixed it into a Chancer of Light. But you need to mix a shimmering dress and an Angel's Robe, and then a gold roaster in the alchemy pot in order to get the Princess Robe. So, like, it's a lot of work, and yeah, I mean, it's just easier to just get into S rank in the arena. That's how inconvenient it is to get the freaking Princess Robe. Yeah. It's just a freaking headache, you know. I would just stop at the medical skirt, myself, if I didn't want to go into the arena to get the Dragon's Robe. Like, the medical skirt is good enough, like, come on. It's not the best you're gonna get, but it's very good. Certainly better than any store-bought old item, so, yeah. Let's see here now. Now we're in Empyrea, and don't worry, I'm gonna talk to that man over there. And if you played Dragon Quest VII, which I haven't, but you will see here, or you will be able to recognize these people here a little bit, I think. The protagonists in that game have a very similar outfit to these guys. I don't know if they're linked somehow, but they might be. Because, you know, in that game, in Dragon Quest VII, you jump from island to island, and, well, Empyrea here is an island, you know, a weird island that you normally couldn't get to. So I think that's what they are trying to get here, the game developers, anyways. Okay, well, let's see here. You see, we're surrounded by steep cliffs. I am in shock to see outsiders here. Yeah, they have broken English, very much like me. Goyoshar, welcome to Empyrea. In our native tongue, Empyrea means those who venerate the god bird Empyrea. Okay. So, yeah, we have a whole lot of people to talk to in here, although the village luckily isn't all that big. I believe we have a Chimera wing in one of these pots here. And what do you have to say?
Gohosha, I see the horse you came with is the most beautifulest white horse ever I be seeing. So I thinking, maybe you would trade it. For that I will give you my horses too.
Well, yeah.
You blinkered idiot! You'd swap my princess for those bedraggled mares? Cow blimey! I am not amused. Just who do you think Medea is, Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, that's amusing. Let's see here. We have an old dude here. That large gate-shaped rock over there. Over there, yeah. It's for Empyrea. It's roost for her. Okay, if she ever come to Empyrea again. If you leave village and walk left, there is a grass field, large rock with shape there, same shape there, yes. Empyrea people say it is original roost of the Galbird. People often see Empyrea's shadow near it. That is why we think of it as her roost. Yeah, so if you head southwest from the village, you will see another stone formation like this. We actually saw it whilst we were walking around outside. But yeah, that will become relevant here in the soon future. And let's see here, inside of the item shop here, we have one nice item that I would like to buy, and it's the flame shield, I believe it's called. And we can actually mix this flame shield with the swallowtail boomerang in the alchemy pot, and we will create a flame tang boomerang. And this shield is actually nice for another reason too. If you use it as an item in battle, you will envelope. There you go. Your party in a resistant-based fog or something, and you will take less damage from flame breath attacks. And there's gonna be an upcoming boss which have very strong flame attacks, flame breath attacks rather. So yeah, you could buy two. Although, since my Jessica knows Insulate, yeah, we don't really need the shield there, is what I'm trying to get at. I actually don't know if Insulate stacks with the effect here of this shield. I never really tried, but yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with it. I know I'm not gonna need it, so I just want the boomerang there. And yeah, we also gotta be careful in here. There are I seriously can't speak this morning. What the heck is wrong with me? We're gonna need to be careful here so we don't miss any items in this town. There are plenty of mini medals and yeah, other nice trinkets to find here. The monsters become more aggressive, or they have become more aggressive recently. They attack and knock down pillars. Okay. Empyrea appear very often these days. It makes monsters very nervous. This is not a good thing. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, we have some items over here. I'm not gonna enter the big hut here, or house, whatever. The chieftain's hut, until we have looted every damn single thing here. Let's see. Grab this, and oh wow, that's a seed of skill. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and give this to Jessica. Yeah, I want her to get up there in sex appeal. Dude. Come on. Dude, I seriously can't. My controller is very finicky. There, okay, you can just use the A button. I've been using the analog stick. Holy crap, dude. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. How many times have that happened during this playthrough? You know, I try and increase my stats and yeah, the arrow just goes flying everywhere and I'm getting pissed every damn time. Jesus. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just look quickly at my notes here. Okay, so yeah, I got in all items. We only have 2 more houses to enter here before we progress with the plot. And instead of fear, we'll get a mini medal, I believe. In one of these sacks here then, perhaps. Nope. Okay, come on. Please. There we go. Okay, so that's all we gotta loot in here. And what do you have to say? I gotta say, the girls here are pretty damn cute. Did you see man? Did you see man in the chief's hut? He wearing very uncomfortable clothes. He is outsider, like you. He is kind, but very, very strange. Yeah, I think she's talking about the bishop there. Yeah, he's here to convert some people into whatever religion they have. The thing he say, they are so strange. The god is doing this, the god is doing that, always. He even built a strange altar inside his room. Is that how you people speak? It is the very strange to me. Oh, dude, okay. You know what. Let's just move on. And here we have a blacksmith. Let's have a look at his craft here. His craft! Wow, what a pixelated block he's working on there. Can I not speak to him? Yeah, there you go. I heard there is shield that can only be equipped by women. I remember that shield is called Saintess Shield. This is actually the best shield in the game for Yasuke, I believe. With the exception, perhaps, of the Metal King shield. It made by combining 2 kinds of shields and a phial of holy water, or something like that. So, yeah, this here is very vague. Like, okay, a shield plus shield and holy water. So, yeah, you're just gonna have to try out a whole bunch of different combinations. But yeah, I'll talk more on that one once we get to the next ton of the game. I don't think I can make that shield right now anyway, so I'm pretty damn sure. And yeah, let's just move on in here. We're gonna get another mini medal instead of the children's hut here, I believe this is. Yeah, there's just gonna be a bunch of kids in here. Move out of the way, kids. I have a mission here. Dude, oh my goodness. She's sleeping there. Very much like Nils in Fire Emblem. She's sleeping on the carpet. A few. Okay. Did your ship sunk by a storm too? No. No, then how did you come here? Did you fly or something? Only the Godbeard Empyrea can fly. I mean, I don't see how our ship sinking would have brought us up here, but, you know. This hut is only for children. Well, I better leave them. Sorry. No, I talked to him again. Oh my... just get out. Yeah. Hut is only for children. Let's move on. Move. And yeah, I think I've spoken to enough people in here. I gotta say, I'm not too big a fan of their broken English, you know. But then again, who am I to complain? I'm speaking very broken English myself, so yeah. Dude. Oh, me in a nutshell. Jesus. Oh well. Here we go. The Raging Bull helm is completed. And let us put... Well, actually... Yeah, no. The frickin'... the sword, the boomerang is equipped. You gotta remove it. And go back. And let's see, now that we have unequipped it, we can put the swallowtail together with the flame shield together in here, and that should be enough. That should be all we need for this recipe. Yeah, the flame tail boomerang doesn't have very much more damage than the swallowtail, but you know, every point helps. Once again, like, boomerangs at this point in the game aren't very strong. Very much like the thin air ability there on Yang is like, but still, it doesn't take mana and it deals damage to many enemies, so it's nice. Go Yoshar, you're not from here. Your clothes, they give you away. You must be very tired from your long journey. Please, why don't you stay here? It's okay. I won't expect anything in return. Alright. Make yourself at home. Thank you. Valentine. Okay. You know, I can't stop saying that. Goyashar, or is it good morning? Indeed. Thank you. And wait. Did I crack this pot before? Sure didn't. And before we talk to these two here, that's actually how we progress the plot. We have some important items to loot here. I believe another mini medal. And we also had the bishop here on the right side of us. Nope, a fur poncho though. Which, yeah, not very exciting. And wait, we have another pot here. Okay, so never mind, there is no mini medal inside of here. But yeah, here we have this bishop, and I believe, yeah, he has some unique dialogue here that other bishops don't have. By the goddess, visitors, spiffing, I am the priest of this little settlement. I found my way here when my ship was wrecked. Oh, so that's why the kid brought that up. On the shoals of this island, many years ago. Of course, it was all the will of the goddess. Ever since then, I have devoted my life to teaching the natives here all about her truth. I must admit, it hasn't always been easy. No, I shall not bemoan this great responsibility which the goddess has bestowed upon me. She has entrusted her wayward sheep to my care. It is a sacred mission. Pardon me. Yeah, no, I do not need to save. Thank you. And, yeah, let's see here. Because of Empyrea, all the monsters are very angry. It is very hard to hunt for food now. I am angry too at the godbird. I know she's our holy godbird, but I cannot eat my tongue. Okay, I would tell her myself, but she shows nothing to us. Nothing but her shadow. I am even more angry. Well, you have a nice soup here at the very least. Who are you? Goyashar, you do not seem to be of this village. Indeed, I am not. I see, so you want to learn about the godbird Empyrea. I praise your inquisitive attitude. According to legend, Empyrea once could travel freely between both worlds. The first world is called the world of light, and it is the world we inhabit. The other one is called the world of darkness. This ability to travel freely was a very special one. It was only granted to Empyrea. One day, the evil ruler of the world of darkness built a huge gate between the two worlds. He was unsatisfied, you see. He wanted to conquer not just the world of darkness, but the world of light as well. To prevent the catastrophe, Empyrea flew to the world of darkness and used all her power to close the gate herself. It is said in the legends that her efforts worked. The gate was successfully closed. Unfortunately though, she had no energy left to return to the world of light. All that remains to this day is her shadow. It is also said that her shadow occasionally creates a doorway, an entrance to the world of darkness, called the Dark Eye. To be honest, I do not exactly know what it is, but it is said that if you walk through the Dark Eye, your next step will be into the world of darkness. So I strongly advise you not to casually follow the shadow of Empyrea, for you may fall into the Dark Eye without even noticing. So, just because he said we mustn't do that, therefore we must do it. This here is a video game after all. And you know, the same rules applies in movies too, in my experience. So yeah, we're just gonna walk on out of here, and there was that one guy too which told us that the stone statue there where Empyrea roosts is to the southwest. So we're just gonna walk right over here. And hold on a minute, I never equipped the Raging Bull helmet. I think about it from one thing to the other. Yeah, it has 42 defense, a helmet sporting 2 large horns. Get in touch with your inner bull. Indeed, Yangus, get in touch with your inner bull. Plus 17 defense, not bad. From 211 to 228, I believe it said. Let's see. Yeah, 17 defense, not bad at all. No special affixes on the helmet or anything like that, but 17 defense is 17 defense. And there we go. Defeated the enemies, and you know, I'm probably just gonna do this. I tire of getting all these fights here. I just wanna move on here. Come on. There we go. Hopefully that will help. Although these guys are pretty high level, so the Padfoot and the Holy Water might not help very much. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you on the map in case you wonder. Just to the west of this little boulder here that we see on the map is where we have the rock formation where we need to go next. And you must talk to the elder there, I believe, before you come here, or else the shadow won't show. So yeah, I might be wrong on that though. Where did she go? Oh, wait, there she is. Okay, hold on a minute. Empyrea, wait for me. Jesus, this is a poor freaking start. If she wanders too far off, you're gonna need to start all over from the beginning again. So yeah, we're gonna need to try and take some slick turns here as to gain some ground on her. And yeah, see there, we gained some. Yeah, but this isn't too hard. And I guess, yeah, you definitely want the Padfoot skill for this. It's really annoying to get interrupted by random fights whilst you're following her. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep on using the Holy Water and the Padfoot skill there. But yeah, you're gonna need to follow her around for a while until she leads you where you need to go. And oh crap! See, I gotta fight. Oh, yeah, and we don't have the boomerang, so we're gonna need to break out the sap spell. But see, it is at this point in the game that you will be happy to have leveled up courage, so that you have some way of attacking many enemies here with the hero. There we go. Jessica beat their asses. And Empyrea, please. Please. Okay, there you are. And my holy water just ran out. Okay, hold on. Let us fix that. Okay, so there we go. I recast both the holy water and the Padfoot abilities there. Please, no more encounters. I just want to successfully do this. We're pretty much down here now. And there we have Brontes. Oh no, we need him too. Or well, that's not Brontes, but you know, something like that. Brontes' brother. Yeah, we can't get him now. We have bigger fish to fry. Yeah, that giant out there, he has some kind of special ability there with the other troll that we have, you know, Brontes there. And I believe that guy that you saw, he only spawns there during daytime, so you can't find him in the night. That's why we didn't see him before. But yeah, here. Please tell me I made it. Please tell me I made it. Come on. I think so. Okay, well, one final fight here for good measure. And yeah, I haven't really talked very much about the enemies here on this island. I now realize, like, yeah, I'm pretty much just dialing it in here. Yeah, the War Griffins here, for example, I don't think they've shown it, but they actually have a very nasty flame breath attack. I believe it deals around 60-70 damage. Really nasty stuff, if you don't have magic resistances anyways. And once we get in here now into the world of darkness, enemies are gonna become even stronger. Which is gonna be hella annoying, but, you know, it's gonna be done. Yeah, we'll find dark versions of all the enemies in here. And they will have very nasty attacks. And yeah, we're just gonna skip the Cyclops guy down there. Screw it. And they're also gonna try to show off Ulterus there, as the big slime attack is called. Yeah, his form is called Ulterus. The super slime. But yeah, summoning him here in the dark world and hoping that the small slimes are gonna survive. The odds of that are very slim, but I'll try. Now, here in the dark world, we'll have more chests to pick up, believe it or don't. But luckily there are only 3. The 2 of the chests are gonna be down there where the boat is, you know, where we came from. There's gonna be like a Devil's Tail and a iron helm down there, or a iron headgear, or whatever it's called. And up here, behind this tree, we have a hidden chest, very dirty there from the game devs, and it will contain a mini medal. Now, luckily here we only got very weak enemies. The dark counters there, well, I don't really remember what they do, but that's pretty much, well, safe to assume then that they aren't very dangerous if I don't remember anything about them. But there certainly are enemies in this world here that have very nasty abilities. They can like cast the Kathwack spell, which has a chance to just instantly kill your entire party at once. It is actually recommended to just summon your monster team whenever you find those dark trees there. Yeah, I might actually do that because I don't want to die. And yeah, you know what? Should I just well, how should we do this? Well, first of all, I'm gonna refresh here. Yeah, I refreshed my anti-monster spells there, and I'm thinking, before we go for the items, I'm gonna go back to Empyrea just so that we have the zoom point there again. So, yeah, I'll see you back at the town gate there. Alright, so on my way back to Empyrea, Angelo leveled up here. And now he learns Kasing. That's actually very nice to have. And yeah, we are done with the staff tree on him, so we can just start putting points into swords here now. We could also go with charisma, but yeah, no, I'd rather have him max out swords, and yeah, I'm pretty much there. The main reason is when I go to Empyrea is just so that we get the zoom point, so yeah, and I'm also gonna need to rest up here. Or, you know what, why am I even going to Empyrea? We can just go down here now. Yes, I'm just not thinking clearly about this here. Let me just heal up, and then I'm gonna go down to where we docked the boat. Now, you can't sail on out of here into the rest of the world. That would have been amusing, but yeah, no, unfortunately, we can only, or we only have access to this, well, part of the world here. Or yeah, we only have access to Empyrea in the Dark World. There you go. And very nice. Now we have the Flame Tank Boomerang, and we're done with crafting items here in this episode. Let's see here. Nice. I believe these have like 5, 6, maybe 7 more damage than the Swallowtail Boomerang there, so not a big step up, but a step up all the same. So yeah, just gonna head on down here. Down into the pits. We go. Yeah, we can already see one of the chests. Eastward, but it's a long way down. Normally I wouldn't go for these chests, like this freaking Devil's Tail and the Iron Headgear, like... Yeah, normally I wouldn't be going for these 2 items down here. Both items are completely useless. I'm just doing this for... Well, for the playthrough's sake, you know, to show off where all the items are. But yeah, I would strongly recommend not coming down here. It's pretty much just a waste of time, IMO. Like, yeah, a Devil's Tail. At this point, there is nothing I can make out of it. Like, maybe a Demon Spear. But, you know, yeah, there are only so many items that you can make with the Devil's Tail that are useful. Like, the Mercury Rapier. And the freaking... oh my god. Well, that was nice. Yeah, the Mercury Rapier, you can make the Dark Robe and the Demon Spear. I believe those are the 3 useful items that you can craft with them. There are more items, but they are completely useless. But yeah, I'm not gonna be using anything, or I'm not gonna be using these items for anything. Dude, I need to take a break here soon. I can't speak. I'm just not focused. I feel off, yeah, this particular morning. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel a little bit off. Maybe I'm just hungry, you know. I haven't eaten yet. Maybe. And now that I think about it, I totally should have gone to Empyrea first because... Yeah, now I'm gonna have to walk up of here too. Holy crap, dude. Poof, yeah. But on the bright side, you do get a lot of nice experience here in this part of the world. Some good coin too, but like at this point in the game, yeah, I see a piece of crappy iron headgear. At this point in the game, you really don't need more gold. Like in the very last time of the game, you will find some gear pieces that cost you around, well, 14 to 30,000 gold, sure, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying there, or where I'll start cutting and all of that, but yeah, I was harping on money there. and how it's basically becoming more and more useless in the game. The real only place left where there is, well, where the only place left in the game where you need a lot of money is in the final town of the game, yeah. And over there, items will cost up towards 30,000 gold, I believe, so yeah. And yeah, I'm just gonna walk on back to Empyrea here now, and then I'm gonna need to take a break here. Like, I seriously am not focused. I am, yeah, all over the place in my commentary, and it's gonna be a mess to edit this video together. I almost wanna restart it, but I probably won't. Yeah, I just wanna keep on going here, but I'm definitely gonna take a break. And here we have a darker dial. Holy crap. These guys look more dangerous than they are, but they do have a crap ton of health. And you know what, here, let's use the miracle sword. Yeah, I need to heal up a little bit. But these guys, they don't have any nasty abilities or anything like that. They just hurt when they strike you, and, well, yeah, that's about it. I think they can hit for towards up to 70 damage. For up towards 70 damage, I see. Can't freaking speak. Can't freaking speak here, my man. And I really wish Angelo wouldn't use the Kaswoosh spell so often. He's burning through his mana very rapidly. And there we go, level 34 for Jagus. Wow, 18 health, not bad. And he gained 5 wisdom and only 3 strength. What the heck is happening to our boy here? Well, at the very least now, we're getting close to maxing out axes on him. That is a very welcome sight. Yeah. He gets the Typhus Maul at 100 points, which is an ability that's strong against beast-type enemies, which, you know, kinda useless. Beast-type monsters by the end of the game are not very common anyways. You face more, well, you know, undead or demon-types enemies later on in the game here. But, yeah, the Typhus Maul there still deals extra damage on regular enemies too. It's just not as much as on beast enemies. And I might add that the hammer class, the hammer weapon expertise there on Jagus, at the very final stretch there, at 100 points, he will get the Devil Crusher? I don't exactly remember what it was called, but he gets a very nice move that deals like 150 or 200% damage on demon enemies, which, yeah, that is very nice for the end of the game. Not so much for the post-game, perhaps, but definitely very nice towards the regular ending of the game. And you know what? Why am I even talking so much? Should we just cut back? Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna run on back to the town, and then there's gonna be one final chest to pick up there, and then I'm just gonna cut the recording, and I'm gonna take a break. And we're gonna continue on here with part 33. And 10 wisdom, holy crap, and she learned Kaboom now, yeah. Kaboom is a very nice spell for Jessica. She's probably gonna start spamming it then. The computer likes to spam that one. But, yeah, that burns a lot of mana. So I might actually need to take control of her, which is a little bit annoying. But if you don't, she's just gonna start spamming that shit. We'll see, though. If you do level up staves on her, you can definitely do that. You know, spam Kaboom. But yeah, on the southeast side of the village, there's gonna be another chest containing an agility seed. So, yeah, I'll meet you up there, and then I'm gonna cut back to when we're inside of the town there. Tyr's level increased to level 35, and we're pretty much there now. So, let's see here. Let's just mash some in... Well, let's smash some into the sword tree there, and the rest into courage, and I'll see you guys once... Oh, wait, hold on a minute. We now get the, well, passive ability here now in the courage tree. I don't remember exactly what point threshold it's at, but basically now his spells takes 25% less mana to cast, so that is very nice. A very nice bonus there. But yeah, we're pretty much there. Maybe we can just keep the rest of this on camera here now. Oh, and yeah, this is the last chest here in the dark world on the... in the dark world on the overworld, yeah. Very nice way of putting it. Yeah, right here. And, oh my god, more dark marker bars. I hate these guys. Actually, the Kaboom spell is very nice to have here. Yeah. Please use it, Jessica. Please use it before they kill someone. Luckily, the Dark Markaboros, however you pronounce the names, the Dark Marlboros, more like. Luckily, they don't hit very hard. They just had that very annoying spell, the Kethwack. Or maybe it's just Thwack. I didn't see if it was Thwack or Kethwack. The Kethwack is more dangerous than the Thwack spell. Both hit your entire party, but the Kethwack has higher chances of working, I'm pretty sure. But let's see here. In this chest, we get the Seed of Agility, which I am gonna give to Tur, or Tur. And then we're gonna cast a multi-heal. And I'll see you, well, at the entrance of the town here. Okay, so I'm here now. Let's head on inside, and please, no more encounters. Oh, thank you, it's just slimes. Oh, just let me in. I'm so pooped here. I need a break. I need a freaking break. I need to eat. I need to break. I need to break. Yes. I'm just falling apart. Yeesh, dude. Oh. Okay, get inside. We're gonna have a cutscene here now.
Nandaitul. Hat ni nilon sugsugatat.
Kot mat yok meloy. Taksikan henaksogatan miklia de Empyrea. To nitem nikutinax. Dokik toik ningepo, jutat hanek ju. Kot kim jodag ninge mitheid.
Ninga dat? Teman ilog zuit. Exogat. Extelen Empyrea kulaksik.
Ti konikak kiken. Naksudaka. Hetan kugek niks hantui. Oh my.
Oh, okay. It's beefing.
It's beefing.
Ah, so this is what all the fuss was about. If I'm not mistaken, you must have come through the dark eye. You are dwellers from the world of light, no? Just as I thought. Then it must be the will of the goddess that brings you to us. Well, there is something I wish to discuss with you. Perhaps you would visit me in my home later, if you'll just promise me that you can take your time and look around the village as much as you like. I will be waiting then. My home is the largest dwelling here, so you'll know where to find me. Flock of Empyrea, let us go back to our work and carry on as normal. Do not forget to be kind to strangers.
Alright, so, with that, I'm gonna make a break here now. I really need one. Hopefully when I get back, I'll be in a clearer state of mind here, and we can get back to business. Yeah, now we're gonna need to loot this town here as well, and right after that, we're gonna have a boss fight. A very tough one of the toughest fights in the entire game, I might add. Yeah, so, that will be fun, I'm sure. So yeah, I'll see you guys after this short break here, or well, after a couple of hours anyways, but yeah. See you guys in a sec. For you, it will be a sec. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright everyone, I am back here now. I've had myself a long and nice break, and I am ready to continue on here now with episode 33, and we're gonna do so by looting the town all over again here now. Yeah, we looted it in the light world, but that doesn't mean, well, we have looted everything over here. And over here we have a hurt horse. Should we take a look at it? Oh, its broken leg there inhibits it from standing even. Holy crap, dude. Terrible. Terrible, terrible stuff. In here, do we have something in here? I think there are, yes, there are a couple of more mini-medals we need to find here in the dark side of Empyrea. Very important. Once we get up to 90 mini-medals, I'm pretty much satisfied, but I'm still gonna keep on collecting them. Let's see here, what do you have to say, old man? A long, long time ago, the Lord of Darkness, Rabthorn, ruled the complete world of darkness. Once he tried to reach to the world of light, but Empyrea stopped him. Since then, we have worshipped her as the godbird. Is why now the situation is so sad, so unfortunate. If she attacks us again, we have no choice but to fight her. It is shame, but no choice. Yeah, so on the light side of Empyrea here, like, obviously the people revere Empyrea here, but in the dark world, well, she almost seems to terrorize these poor people, you know. We of Empyrea have worshipped colorful Empyrea generations by generations. She always were watching over us from... Dude, I don't like this broken English they got going on here. It just is really annoying to read. Holy crap, dude. Empyrea, she always watching over us from the monsters. She was very nice to us, but now she's attacking us. She's destroying all trust between us, okay? Nobody was hurt, but she damaged our huts. Why is she doing this? Why? Yeah, we'll have to try and unravel these mysteries here. But first, we're gonna enter the shop here. Yeah, and you might recall that in the light side, or on the light side, we got a special medicine from here, but now we'll get the complete opposite. A special antidote. Yeah. And I think the shop is pretty much the same. I might be wrong though, we're definitely gonna give it a look. A quick gloss over here. Should we buy something here? Maybe some holy waters, perhaps. You can buy more medical maces here. Yeah, see, I don't remember if we saw this sword on the light side, but yeah, finally you can just simply buy mercury rapiers here. But yeah, we crafted one a long time ago there. Very nice sword. If you never crafted one, I urge you to buy this here now. At least if you're playing with swords and then, you know. We could buy another mithril helm. Make another bull helm for 2. That might not be such a bad idea. Because the upcoming boss here, you really need to have a lot of physical defense. But, you know, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna assume we're fine here. And do we have anything here? Well, 180 gold, not bad. Thank you, shopkeep. I will take this money. I won't spend it in your shop, though. But still, all the same, I'm gonna take your money. Let's see, now here. I think we have another mini-medal up here. Maybe, nope, I was apparently wrong, yep. But some premium mold. I guess you could make a power shield out of that if you really wanted. Get another one, like a third one, but yeah. And you know, let's talk to this lady too. Chief told us your world and our world are like two sides of the same gold coin. He also said that those two worlds are very, very close in distance, but still none may travel freely, except for Empyrea. If Chief speaks right, how you manage to come to this world, I don't understand. Well, I barely understand it myself. We just got teleported here, but yeah. It's a video game, so it doesn't need to have logic. And this still is a children's hut. Well, you know what, we're still gonna rob them. Still gonna rob the children here, even in the dark side. And we get some rock salt for our troubles. So, I am frightened. People from World of Light frightens me. Okay, I see. And I noticed there before during the cutscene, when they refer to our party there, they said ningen, like as humans. I believe in Japanese, ningen means, well, human. Fun little fact there. At least I think I'm right on that. Empyrea did not break her hut. All we have is small rip. Okay. She did not come close to us, but is she scared of children? Yeah, no, I don't think Empyrea is scared of children. Yeah, well, you know. I almost spilled the beans there. She is terrorizing them, but she's not completely hell-bent on hurting the people here at the same time, so yeah, something indeed is going on. And nice, another seed of magic. And nice, that's the final mini-medal. That's really all I care about looting here in the town. Like, that's the only important stuff to loot anyways. And we still have the blacksmith here. Well, let's see. I know Empyrea drove violent the other day. Okay. But I think she was trying not to hurt us. She looked hesitate. I started thinking that Empyrea no like what she was doing. Oh. I just cannot think of her as a monster. She's the godbird, you know. Yeah, see? See? She's not all evil. Let's talk to our party here. I realize there's no hiding the fact that we aren't from this world. I suppose that means we probably look pretty weird to them. And looking weird just doesn't sit alright with me, okay? I can't stop saying okay, like in dismissal here in this episode. We can't afford to mess about with this lot, eh? That chief bloke knew exactly what he was, knew exactly what we was here for. He could read us like a book. He's a bit different from that dudley old chief of Empyrea in our world. This one's really got his head screwed on the right way. He's more on the ball, like. Even I am not tempted by these women. Oh, some of them are pretty, of course, but as a gentleman, I prefer blondes to light grays, yeah. Well, I mean, I can see his argument. This world isn't all that pretty, like, just by default, since it's in freaking black and white, you know. It's all gray. Now, I might have missed some items here. Well, I know I missed some items inside of this hut here, but yeah, even if I missed some little item, I'm not gonna bother going back for it. I got all the mini medals, that's all that matters. And let's see, who's gonna get more mana? I wouldn't mind getting it to Angelo, since Turi now is gonna start, well, getting... Well, here's the deal. Remember there earlier on in the episode, he got that passive ability, which cuts mana cost by 25%. Yeah, there is actually gonna be yet another mana upgrade in the courage tree for Turi, so I think he's, well, alright at 177 mana. I think it's a good idea now to start working a little bit more on Angelo, even though he does have the mana regen ring. Since the computer is spamming Kazushi all the time, he's still gonna run out there, so yeah. Oh, what the heck? Wait. Okay, hold on a minute. I gotta need to check the item list here. Okay, never mind. Now we have all mini medals. Okay, good. Good. Okay. And I believe we can still rest up here, and I should do that because we have a boss fight here very, very soon now. You're not from here. I heard from the chief. You're from the world of light. You must be very tired. Do an rest. Indeed I do, my good madame. I will sleep on the ground. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. We're sleeping on the ground here. No wonder they don't take any money. No, this lady's quite cute actually, you know, for being an older woman. Okay, let's see him. Let's also talk to the bishop over here. Guyashar, you must be the visitors, the ones they say come from the world of light. Spiffing, light or dark, color or no color, the goddess smiled down upon all of us equally. Is there any way I can be of assistance? Well, not really. I just wanted to see what you had to say. Now then, no, I mean, yeah, here, we gotta talk to this guy first. She's a problem, that Empyrea, but the monster's getting stronger. This is worrying us even more. Some say that very unusual monsters have appeared. It was seen around the tallest mountain, the Godbeard's Eyrie. And your coming here is also a unusual sign. It makes me worry. Is something bad going to happen on our island here? Well, let's have a chat here with the chief. welcome to Empyrea. You've seen our village, yes? Then, let me tell you something. I assume the others have told you that Empyrea was all responsible for the attack on our village. It is natural to think this, but to be honest, I am not fully convinced that she wished to cause us any harm. Since times of old, Empyrea has been venerated by the people of Empyrea. It was not simply because she was pretty. It was because she has protected us, okay? I beg of you, will you find out why Empyrea continues to attack us? I believe that there is some hidden meaning behind your actions. Okay, well, interesting thesis you have there, Chief. Or something. I don't even know if that's the right word. Only Empyrea may cross between the world of light and blah 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 blah. She was guided you here, or guided us here. Yeah, so basically, the chief here is just asking of us to go and talk to her. So yeah, obviously we're gonna accept his request and we're gonna go have a chat with her. So yeah, very much like before when we talked to the chief in the quote-unquote world of light, in the colorful world. He gave us the directions there too to head to the west. We just gotta go back to the stone archway once there, or well, once again there. Now, before we do, we gotta make sure we're equipped properly here. Yeah, because of spoiler alert, there's actually gonna be a boss fight here now. I think for this particular fight that I am actually gonna wanna do this, it is very important that Jessica never becomes slow here. It is incredibly important. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and give her the agility ring here. It's more important than her having some extra attack. At least, well, you'll see. The reason I want extra agility on her is because she needs to be ready to cast Acceleratle. If you're not Acceleratle at all times, you can very quickly die in this boss fight, like seriously. And also, I strongly suggest that you put Jessica in the 4th slot here. She can very easily die if she gets hit by a physical attack and then a spell comes in and she dies. Like, if you don't have the dragon robe like I do, like, she's almost assuredly going to die. Like, my Jessica can take a physical attack and a spell, sure, but even so I want to have her in the 4th slot there. I'd much rather have Angelo here in the 3rd slot, and then we can just equip the Phantom Mask on him to boost his avoidance a little bit. I probably still want to have the Platinum Mail on because, well, I was gonna say I want some protection against the spell damage here, but maybe it is better with the Dancer's Mail. No, never mind. The upcoming boss doesn't have any AoE physical attacks, so we're just gonna go with the Phantom Mask and be happy with that. We don't need additional wisdom on him. And yeah, we're also gonna... yeah, we should probably equip the agility ring on this guy too. We need to be fast. Jagex 2, he's gotta be fast. And on the upcoming boss, you cannot use the Helm Splitter move because the boss is simply immune to defense lowering abilities. So yeah, we're gonna go something like this. Hopefully I don't die. I should probably have saved there, but you know, even if you do die, we're just gonna lose half our money, which ain't too big a deal. And yeah, I've been trying to like not spoil it, but yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do it now. Like, the boss is gonna be Empyrea. Yeah, the game's strongly inside it, and I'm just doing a shitty job covering it up here, but yeah. Now, here. We do not want to waste mana on our way there. That will not do, so let's do this. Do that, and Helm Splitter, Flame Slash, Twin Dragon Lash. Yeah, see how much longer it takes if you make all the inputs yourself? When I was younger, I would always play like this. I would not ever let the computer play. Like a dumbass, you know. It's so much more comfortable just letting the computer play. Sure, it burns through mana, but, you know, you can still work around it. Just by, like, not having it on Show No Mercy at all times. You can just have it at Fight Wisely too, you know. There are ways around it for sure. And let's see. Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to burn some mana here. Yeah, it's inevitable. Just gonna go with the Flame Slash on this guy and... Actually, no, let's not... let's just do this. Let's just focus them down. Okay, there we go. Defeated their asses. And, yeah, hopefully we don't get into any more fights on the way up here. Please. Nice. Okay, I think we're good. And we're just gonna heal on up here. There we go. Yangus is now topped off. And, okay, we're gonna have a cutscene here. Well, that wasn't much of a cutscene, but yeah. Okay, so Empyrea draws near. This boss is hands down the most dangerous boss we have fought, like up till now. It's even more dangerous than the ogres there inside of the dragon graveyard. Yeah, she's that powerful. For this fight, like she has incredibly high physical defense, which is insanely annoying. So your only real way of dealing good damage here is by, I think, doing Flame Slash here, since it has some elemental damage on it. And you can also buff up your teammates by casting the Oomph spell. Once again, Sap won't work. And yeah, the Kazoosh spell on Angelo 2 works pretty well, all things considered, believe it or don't. It really is pretty damn nice. But here's what we're gonna do. On the first turn here, we're gonna have Yangus buffing up defense, and Angelo, he's gonna actually buff up, I was gonna buff up Jessica, but yeah, no. I'm gonna buff up Yangus, and then this lady, well, once again, it's very important that you get agility up and going, because this boss here is very quick. Oh man, the Flame Slash sucked. Okay, actually, I was dead wrong there then. The Falcon Slash is gonna deal more. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that Wind type spells at the very least works well on her. I seem to recall the Kazoosh spell dealing between 80 to 111, 20 damage, something like that, if you wanna spam that with Angelo on her. But yeah, as you can see there, I hit her just now with the hero and she barely takes any damage, and she deals truckloads of damage. And yeah, she can also remove all your buffs with a wave of ice there, which is incredibly annoying. So let's see here. We have Accelerator up and going, so I'm just gonna do this now. I'm gonna buff up Jessica with the Oomph spell, and then she's gonna she's gonna start whipping away here with the Twin Dragon Lash ability. Yeah, see, that's much better. Okay, 61 points of damage. That is actually really solid. Whew, but yeah, the rune staff is actually really nice to have here. Yeah. If you don't buff up, she's gonna deal around 160, 170 damage, I wanna say. Now, luckily, Empyrea doesn't score critical hits, or, well, maybe she can, but it's not a thing she does regularly. Okay, I think we have enough defense here now. At this point, you know, I'm gonna try this. This might backfire horribly. I'm gonna unequip the axe, and we're gonna try out Thin Air here. I wanna see how much damage it deals. And, yeah, should we... I think I'm just gonna use the Power Shield here on Angelo, and we're gonna use the Twin Dragon Lash with Jessica. Yeah, you really gotta be careful with your mana on this fight. Once again, especially if you don't have, well, if you don't have the best gear available, like, you gotta be very careful and play it very safe. And you see, as I thought, or as I remembered, air-type abilities deal very nice damage to her. I doubt that Yangus can score more than 40 damage with the King Axe there, even with the Parallax ability. She's that freaking tough. And see, now we're gonna need to buff up again. See, this is the problem with this boss. Like, the Wave of Ice really screws you over. It is really annoying to fight her. And like, if you don't have the rune staff now on Yangus, or if you don't have the Kabuff spell on him via the humanity tree, this becomes very troublesome. And just for the sake of showing it off, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna try out the King's Axe and the Parallax. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna unleash a multi-heal, and yeah, you better believe it. We're definitely gonna recast Accelerator. You must always make sure to have it up. Because if she acts before you, like let's say you get very hurt by her on a turn, and then she disrupts all your agility buffs with a wave of ice, and then on the following turn she starts before you. She's easily gonna be able to kill 1 or 2 of your party members, like, especially once again if you're under geared here, or if you just got quote unquote normal gear. Like, this boss is a noob slayer for sure, and like, even if you know what you're doing, she still is really tough. Yeah, but I like that they made her as hard as she is. Yeah, it makes I like it when a boss surprises you. And to be fair, even on my first playthrough, like, even though I struggled with her, I managed to beat her fairly easily. I think I actually beat her on my first attempt, not like to brag, but I'm sure I was a lot higher level on that file too than I am here. I was probably around level 38, 39, maybe even level 40. And, having that many more levels definitely helps out. And, we're gonna have to redo this turn. I'm talking so damn much, I forget what I'm doing here. And wait, hold on, dude. Yeah, we were gonna use that. Angelo, I guess, full heal yourself. And Jessica, it might not even be worth oomping herself here. Yeah, it might be better to just get damage on the table here. Yeah, Empyrea does like to cast the Wave of Ice ability, so yeah, it's probably best to just use the extra rattle and be happy with that, and just play very safe here. Play defensively rather than offensively, and yeah, see, the Parallax barely deals any damage, even though we have the King's Axe, the second best axe in the entire game. And here's the most annoying ability of all. She will actually blind you. It's so freaking annoying. Well, Yangus and Jessica are now useless. Great. Whoop-de-doo, and I can't remove it. Yeah, Tingle and Squelch won't work. Yeah. I think we're just gonna have to play this slow once again. And see, this series where the power shields come in very handy. Now, since Yangus is incapacitated, he might as well just heal himself. And now I'm just gonna attack with this guy instead, with the Kazoo spell. Yeah, I don't think I need a multi-heal. I think we're fine like this. We do have Accelerator up. And since she's probably gonna miss, we could... Well, I actually don't know what she's gonna do. I guess I could just... Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use the magic barrier. I don't really know what else to do on her. I mean, usually when I am at this point here, I have the Frizzle spell on Jessica, which is a better version of the single target Frizzle spell there. So, yeah, I like to use that if she gets blinded, but, I'm so low level here now, I don't have it. I should probably sit around and grind up my levels a little bit. Oh my god, I got lucky there, huh? But yeah, I should probably sit around and grind a little bit. I am definitely not in a very good spot here experience-wise. Then again, I guess it's more interesting if I don't grind up, And yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove the King's Axe. And, whoops. I'm gonna use the... Well, should I use the Rune Staff? I probably will. Use the Rune Staff, and... No. Actually, hold on. Hold on a minute. Here. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long. We're gonna heal. And then we're gonna multi-heal. That's probably not enough, to be quite frank. Yeah, probably not. But that's what I'm gonna do. I guess, yeah, I'm gonna use this. Use the Chiron's bow too. Gonna do a bunch of cheap-ass healing here. Hopefully Yanks is fine. I really, really hope. Come on, Jessica, thank you. See, once again, this is why it's important to have agility up and going on everyone. Like, it's 100% the most important buff in this fight. You need to act before Empyrea. You're gonna be here a while. She only has about 1600 health, but her defense is so high, so it feels like the fight goes on for an eternity. You know, once again, it is easily one of the tougher fights in the entire game. And yeah, I'm not surprised that people struggle with it. I mean, heck, I've played this game how many times, and I still fear this chick here. Yeah. Well, you know what? We could multi-heal here now and just use the Twin Dragon Lash. I think I'm gonna do that. And I'm very lucky here. Like, she hasn't used the Wave of Ice in a very long time. She's just, well, letting us pound her. You know, one thing that I wish that was implemented in more RPG games, like, I wish we had a... At the end of the boss fight, I wish there was like a stats board there showing off who dealt the most damage, who healed the most, you know, who took the most damage, all of that. Yeah, maybe there is some game that does that and I just don't know, but I think that could be cool. Just from one thing to the other there. Yeah, I kinda wanna use Fall Heal here, but at the same time I wanna deal damage. We're gonna be here all day if I don't. You know, maybe I will. Use the Thin Air, and then we can just fall heal him here now. Yeah, let's do that. Jessica, you keep on hitting. Also, don't be shy to use the defend command if you have to. Like, if you're not actually rattled and somebody's low on health, you know, use the freaking defend command. You just gotta make sure you stay alive here. If people start dying in this fight, like, even if you have the Kasing spell on both Jessica and Angelo, you know, you can never be too safe, see? Yeah, oh my god, I could have lost a hero there. I should have used the multi-heal, I should have been safer. Okay, so you know what, I'm gonna be very safe on this turn now then. I'm gonna use the full heal. And yeah, we're gonna be incredibly safe. Use the rune staff once. Heck, I'm even gonna do this. I'm even gonna use the Kabuff here. And we're also gonna reapply the Accelerator. Because it's about to run out here now. I've had it on me for like 5 turns or so. Yeah. There you go. And now we should be incredibly safe here. I don't know if the computer is more likely to remove your buffs if you stack a bunch of them. It would make sense if it's programmed to do that, but I don't actually know. But you see, now we take way less damage here. And you see, that can also happen. If you hit somebody twice, well, if it is not Toot or Yangus, that character is pretty much dead, you know. Pretty much dead. Straight up dead. Well. You know, I'm probably just gonna use the Kaswoosh here. And Jessica, she screwed up. But, oh, what the heck, I didn't want to do that. That was a double click. Well, you know, now there is no way she rolls a higher agility check than we do. So I guess it's not completely pointless. But still. Holy heck, my man. But on the bright side, we should be about halfway down here now. When I did a test run of this boss fight a couple of days ago, I actually, well, she actually did kill one of my guys. I forget whom it was, but yeah, she actually managed to down one of my characters. Let's see, keep on hitting, use the Thin Air, and now it's definitely time to use Thin Air, multi-heal here. And we're also gonna use the Chiron bow. Oh crap, dude, I forgot to use the Mighty Armlet. You know, I'm actually gonna be a little bit cheeky. We're not gonna heal with Jessica too. I'm just gonna hit with her. Yeah. Gonna be cheeky. I might lose somebody from doing this, but yeah, I'm willing to take that risk. You could also try tensing up on Angelo if you have a chance to do so. Because remember, if you do, then your next multi-heal will heal for about like 150, 160 health. That's not all. That's not a bad idea either. Of course, if a wave of ice hits, well, then you're just screwed there, huh? But yeah, this was a nice turn. She barely did anything. She screwed around with us. That's about it. Nope. Okay, here. Hit. And should we use defense buff here? I think so. Be safe. And multi-heal. And I guess his strike. Oh crap, I forgot about the accelerator. Holy crap, my man. Oh, this might be bad. I forgot about the accelerator. I broke the one of the 10 commandments. Thou must not forget the accelerator. But fortunately there, Jessica kicked ass and took Empyrea out. But yeah, that was scary. I forgot about the accelerator spell. Yeah, Empyrea is so quick. Like, actually, let me look up her agility here. Yeah, she's at 101 agility. Not super fast, but she's likely
to have followed my shadow here from the world of light. And you are able fighters.
She is likely to roll a higher agility check than you. But yeah, I'm just gonna shut up here now and let Empyrea talk.
Perhaps you have realized already, but that battle was a test. Please forgive my methods, but I am in search of someone strong to help me.
What do you mean? Surely you don't expect us to help you attack the village? I'm afraid you've misjudged us. We're not about to help you with your tyrannous scheme.
Please do not misunderstand me. It was never my desire to attack the village. That too is part of the reason why I am in need of help. When Rapthorn, Lord of Darkness, attempted to conquer the world of light, I helped the sages to seal him away. In so doing, I earned the enmity of the monstrous servants of Rapthorn. That is why I am in this predicament. I have a baby, an egg in my nest. I have been waiting for the day it would hatch, but my nest has been captured by Gemon, one of Rapthorn's foul minions. He is holding my egg hostage. He forced me to attack the human village. I could not refuse if I wanted to save my child. Normally, I would have nothing to fear from the likes of Gemon. But as long as he has my egg, I am powerless to oppose him. That is why I must find someone to fight him in my place. Someone brave and strong. You did not waver in following my shadow here to the world of darkness. Such bravery is rare, and now you have proven your strength in battle. I have no doubt that you are the only ones brave enough and strong enough to defeat Gemon. Please help me. Save my egg. For me, for my unborn child, and for the people of this island. Thank you. I was right to choose you. My nest is on a precipice at the summit of a mountain, far beyond the reach of humans. Gemon will be watching for me, so I cannot take you all the way to the top. But I can take you to the mountain's base. Are you ready to go now? Very well. I will be waiting for you here. Just tell me when you are.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go up there in a moment. However, we need to rest up first. Yeah. Surely you don't expect me to go up and fight Gammon there right after you testing me, Empyrea. I'm not Superman. But yeah, we're gonna rest on up inside of the chief's hut here. Then I'm gonna go inside the dungeon, and we're not quite gonna start it up. I'm just gonna walk on in and have another break, and yeah, we'll come back next week and finish up the dungeon there. Yeah, it's actually not too bad of a dungeon. The boss is pretty fun though, and Gammon there, he actually can't use the Wave of Ice ability, so you can buff yourself up to your heart's content and just unleash some really strong blows on him. It's actually quite fun. Although you mustn't underestimate him. He is very powerful. Like, he hurts. He seriously hurts. He hits about as hard as Empyrea. It's just that, well, since you can buff yourself, and you don't need to fear him removing the buffs, like, that makes it a lot easier. Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. And we'll also find some very powerful items in the Godbeard's Eyrie there, as it's called. So, yeah. Look forward to that. Oh, right, we have this still here. Did I never use the Seed of Magic? I talked about it earlier, how I should be giving it to Angelo, and then I never did. I'm such a such a boob. Here, do that, and yeah, now we might as well just equip this again, and we're gonna re-equip all the loot, all the items that we're supposed to use here. Let's see here. This looks fine. Yeah. And, you know, I'm gonna equip the Flame Tank Boomerang again. There we go. Yeah. Looks good. And hold on 1 second. There we go. So, yeah, I'll just cut back once I'm back at Empyrea, and I'm gonna fly on up to the mountain there. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut out all of these random fights as I'm walking back here. Alright, so I'm back here now. So let us enlist Empyrea here to help us get over to the mountain, or yeah, something like that. Let's fly.
And I will take you. All of. This is as far as I can take you. I dare not approach any closer, lest Gammon see me. But the mountain is riddled with caves. It should be possible for you humans to ascend to its summit on foot. When you wish to return to the hill, call for me, and I will take you back. Farewell for now. Please save my egg. You are my only hope.
Okay. So, before we shut the recording off here, I'm just gonna dip my toe here in the dungeon just a tad bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that chest over there. I think it's just the dungeon map, and then I'm gonna walk back here to the entrance, and we're probably just gonna make a save state there and come back later. But yeah, once again, this dungeon isn't anything too bad. The monsters in here are pretty damn strong, you know, but that's just to be expected now since we're in the end game here. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun. It should only take one more video to conclude the, well, Empyrea arc, whatever you want to call it. And then, after we're done in here, well, then there is just one more town left in the entire game, and like a couple of more boss fights, and we're pretty much done. So yeah, it's a little bit sad, but this game is really creeping on up towards the end here. There really isn't a whole lot left, so yeah. Let's see, let's make a save state. There you go. So, in the next week's episode, we're gonna conquer Godbeard's Eyrie here. We're gonna take down Gammon there and see if we can't save Lady or Goddess Empyrea's unborn child. See you guys then.